Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. And today I'm going to play a little bit of music through the video. Steve in the Suffolk Shaver does it all the time, and I thought I would just hit my iTunes, my favourite list, and just see what comes up, because my wife, my daughter and myself all share the same iTunes, so I'll just see what it plays. It'll play a whole mixture of all sorts of stuff, and let's just see how we go. I don't know how loud this will be. It might be too loud for the video, but we'll see how we go. I can't obviously turn it down afterwards. Right, head shave. Using the same soap that I use for my face shave. Wickham 1912, Scottish Heather. And it's a beautiful scented soap. It does have a little bit of sort of pepper to it. It's got a lovely floral, woody, earthy sort of scent. And it does actually remind me a bit of being back in Scotland and actually being in the Highlands, which I was lucky enough to see quite a few times in my lifetime. And it is a beautiful place to go and visit if you ever are in the neighbourhood. So, the brush for today is the Wolf Whiskers Blueberry Pie handle, and Matthew Pinder, I think it is the gentleman that actually sent me the message about the Black Wolf knots. So, this is a 24mm bulb. It is a beautiful knot, and it is pretty much a carbon copy or the same knot as the 24mm tuxedo knot. Now, in terms of actual Black Wolf knots, I think you have to take into account, I know you want your Wolf Whiskers to have the best knot in it that suits you, but you can buy a 24mm Black Wolf or a tuxedo or a 30mm tuxedo from, it's not AMAC Shaving, what's the name of them? Can't remember, but you can get them online. You can get it pretty much the exact same as this size, or the 30mm, and you can also get the Ultra Fan from Wolf Whiskers, pretty much the same knot. You can get that from Milton over at Evershave, one word, on Etsy store. The 25mm fan you can't at the moment. I can't find that anywhere else. You can get that from Wolf Whiskers, and you can get it in some Nathan Clark brushes. But anyway, enough talking shit. My last video was super long, so let's see if we can bring this one back down to a normal sort of length. Using cold water again. The sun, if you can see it getting brighter in here, the sun has come out a little bit, so I've got a bit of heat coming in. Not much, but a little bit. Now, the shave I had, my face shave today, was phenomenal. It was really, really good. 20 shaves on the blade. Cannot grumble with that. You really cannot grumble with 20 shaves on a single blade. Single edge blade. Right, Wolf Whiskers, Black Wolf, 24mm with Wickham 1912 Scottish Heather. I also used the 28mm Morrison Fondren Blonde Badger today for my face shave, and it did exceptionally well considering. Second use on a natural hair brush for a while, and it gave me a great lather, and it lasted. I could have actually got 5 full passes out of it on my face, which was quite impressive. I wasn't expecting anything like that from that brush. It was a lot longer load, I have to say. Now, I'm going to head lather today, just for the benefit of Matthew, so that you can actually see how the 24mm bulb interacts with a head shave, with just actually rubbing it on the head. And I'm going to do that again with the 25mm fan and the 25mm Ultra Fan as well. Right, that's loaded up. As you can see, that was a lot quicker. If you watch my face shave, a lot quicker than it did to lather the Morrison Fondren. Just going to dip my fingers in the cold water. God, my head's roasting hot today. Whew. I've just had a big chat with my daughter today, so I think that's probably hit my brain up, warm my brain up a little bit. Okay, so here we go. I'm just going to paint it all on. Oh, need to fix my mirror. So I'm not quite sure what the legalities are of playing music during a shave as opposed to putting it on the actual copy of it. I'm really not sure, so if they pull my video I'll be gutted. But we'll see see what happens. Right, so that is that pretty much painted on. Really pasty consistency, as you can see. Just going to dip the tips now and just paint some water on. Dip it again, I'm just going to paint it all over it. Painting everywhere, eh? So all I'm looking for here when I'm doing this painting on is for a little bit of shine and for it to go almost translucent. I find that's when it's pretty much ready for the brush display. So as you can see on the top of my head, that's really shiny and it's almost clear. It's got an opaque sort of look, like a PVA glue water mix. Now, this brush display is pretty easy. Now, it was quite stiff to begin with, I have to say, when I first got it, but it really sprays easily. And you don't want to push it all the way down. It's got excellent backbone, as you can see it pushes back against. Just an excellent brush. Now this handle, as you can see, is great to hold. Personally now, I am a fan of longer handles, but it doesn't affect me too much with the Morrison Fondren because the natural hair brush holds the lather better, I find. It doesn't allow it to sort of drip all over the place and fall out. It's quite a different experience in that regard. I don't know whether you guys can see this, but it's actually building an amazing lather. I haven't done a head lather for a long time. I'll do the tips again because it just needs a bit more water, I think. But this is mainly for you, Matthew, just to have a look at what you can actually get from a black wolf knot or a tuxedo knot as it is. But like I say, the main thing, if you get the 25mm fan, which is my favourite for face lathering, you can't get that anywhere else. You can get a 24mm tuxedo knot from pretty much anywhere in a brush. Look at the amount of lather that's created. Oh. You know something, this is actually one of the best lathers I've had in my head. That is incredible. So the brush is caked, my head is caked, and this bad boy's going to take it all off. Razorock Wunderbar, you get these from Italian barber. They don't come up all the time, they sell out really quick. Excellent razor, super smooth, super efficient. It's not aggressive for me, but it is aggressive for some. I do see a lot of people out there that find this aggressive. I don't. I think it's one of the smoothest, most efficient, mild-ish razors that I've used. But then again, I found the 34C to be quite an aggressive razor. Not aggressive, but mid-aggressiveness for Mirka 34C. So here we go with the grain. I've got 2 days growth. I've got a Kai blade in here, which is on it's not on its second shave, but it's on part of a second shave really, because it was the blade that I switched out into my Mergress when I was using the Derby Premium. And that is silky smooth, silky smooth. Love these blades. If you have not used Kai blade, you have to try one. I'm more than happy to send people some whenever my finances level out a bit, but at the moment I'm not as flush as I normally am, unfortunately. But luckily enough I managed to get all this shaving gear in beforehand. And I know I'm still adding stuff, so people are like, what the hell is he talking about? But mainly at the moment, whatever comes to me is luckily enough for me, and very thankful that a lot of people send me stuff out. Oivy Chapel being one. John Carinci Elvados keeps sending me over his latest products that come out to use on the channel. I really enjoy it, and the Elvado products are excellent. They are really good, and my first Elvado products I purchased, so it's not one of them things where someone sent me something straight up. I'd never used it. I gave my honest opinion on it based on what I spent. I think they're very well priced. 6.08 ounces of cream as well, which is excellent. But in terms of my favourites, I do still prefer a soap. I get a bit more enjoyment out of loading a soap from a tub. Bit of Simon and Paul Simon, lovely. Nice song to listen to when the sun's just come out. I might just turn around for you guys today just for a change. Now, because I go with the grain, I normally go with the grain against the grain with my head shaves, I just prefer it that way. Right, that's a great first pass. I've got to say I'm quite impressed with how that lather turned out. In fact, I'm not impressed, I'm exceptionally impressed by how that lather turned out. The scent on the soap's amazing. Lovely, sweet, earthy sort of scent, it really is nice. And the slickness is great with the soap, and the residual slickness is great as well. And even with the Wunderbar, I'm still getting residual slickness, which is good, because that's normally where it's lacking. Right, I've got a bit of moisture on my head, I'm just going to attack it with the brush again. I'll just paint some of this all over, because there's loads on the brush. Right, and then we'll do a bit of a lather up again. Right, it's a little bit dry, so I'm just going to dip the tips and dip them again, and I might even dip them again, I'll just see how we go. Now, I don't care who you are, I don't care how good you are, there's no way you're whipping a lather up this easily and this quickly with a natural hairbrush. It's just not happening. You can argue with me all day, every day. And I know I'm not proficient with natural hairbrushes, but you don't have to be to know that this is quicker and creates, in my opinion, a better lather. Maybe not as enjoyable in a sense. I did actually enjoy that lather with the Morrison 400, but just going against the grain now. Just right about here, it's actually a cross grain, and it stays cross grain pretty much all the way down the side of my head. Same here, still with against the grain, and now I can just feel the difference. So it's going cross grain now. So there's just a little bit floating about, just a little bit on the back here and there. So what I'm going to do is just add a bit of moisture. I'm going to empty the sink out because it's full as well, full of shit. Not real shit, hair and bladder, but full of it. Just let that drain away, and give it a quick little rinse. Just fill it up a little bit. I'm not going to put too much back in here because I've only got a bit of light hair left over. That'll do. Oh yeah, slickness is great. Oh. Yeah, the residual slickness on the Wickham is really good for me. And I've got very hard water, so it gives a bit of an indication how it works with hard water. Right, back in with the brush again. Doesn't look like much in there, but I'm sure it will surprise you. And this is splaying very easily on my head. It's very, very comfortable. It's got a lovely amount of scrub. And like I say, the natural hairbrush that I've got in my den now, the Morrison 400, it's basically just a brush, a very expensive brush at that, but a brush that I'll use eventually, just every now and then, to remind me why I love synthetics. Yes, that's right folks. But I think you need to have it, and I think it's a bit like everything else, you know. Even though I love these single edge razors more than my double edge, I'll keep double edge razors in my den forever. For everything has its benefits. Natural hair doesn't make as good a lather for me. I'm just going to dip the tips. It's a little bit dry. Notice, yeah, see, you can see it straight away. Starting to build again, even though this is the third lather from the same small load. I loaded this with much less soap than I did the natural hairbrush. Yet it's still whipping up an incredible amount of great slick lather. The Northern Shaver as well, he's also one that does the music. Pops a bit of music on every now and then. I'm not stealing your ideas guys, I do enjoy music. I normally have the TV on in the background, so instead of that I thought I'd pop a bit of music on this time. Actually, well, I suppose I'm not really stealing your ideas. But if we didn't take good ideas from people every now and then, where would we be? Right, last pass. So basically, take it all off again. Slickness on this soap is really, really exceptional for me. I'm surprised that people struggle with it, but then again, I've struggled with soaps that people love. So it is a personal thing again. It's very similar to your razors. Whatever works for you, works for you. As the Wunderbar works for me, might not work for you. But I think you have to try these things. I mean, who knows? Wickham soap might actually work better with hard water than it does with soft water, and that could be the difference. As you can probably tell by the music selection, I tend to listen to more chilled out music. I don't listen to as much rock as I used to. I spent most of my childhood listening to Nat King Cole, Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr. All the great crooners of the generation. And I actually spend a lot of time now with Michael Bublé. Not with him, but listening to him. So he's pretty much a modern era crooner, and that's the sort of stuff that I was brought up with, and I love it. Now you can see there I've had 2.5 passes, or 3 full passes really, but the last one was just sort of picking up. But I'm BBS everywhere else, pretty much. Just tidy up the crown now. The hair feels like it's growing one way, so I shave it and I feel it shave, and then it feels on the exact same spot like it's growing a different direction, so I shave it that way and it shaves again. Really strange. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a damn fine BBS shave. Yeah, it doesn't get much better than that. What a shave, look at that. 15 minutes quicker than my lap. Yeah, 15 minutes. I'm not done yet because I still got to talk a lot of shit when I put the hairs and stuff on. Let's go with some peach. There's peach. And I forgot to mention, as you probably noticed, I'm back in my own bathroom. The wife has got up, she's feeling a little bit better now. She's just watching a bit of junk TV, I call it. Gypsy brides and all that shit. Oh, that feels great. It really does. No nicks, no cuts, no weepers, no bumps. I've got no real irritation that I can feel. The back of my head always feels just ever so slightly over-shaved with the Wunderbar. But I never have any problems. A little bit of Thayer's and a bit of moisturiser and I'm sorted. So the soap today was Wickham 1912 Scottish Heather. Or Scottish Heather, if you wanted the way I normally say it, or my Australian accent. Scottish Heather. That wasn't fucking Australian, what the fuck was that? That was my American-Australian hybrid language. Australerican. Wolf Whiskers. 24mm black wolf. Phenomenal little brush. Well, little brush, it's a good sized brush, but the knots are 24mm. Splays out pretty good, it splays out really easily now. It was stiffer in the beginning when I first started using it. I never lost any hairs from this brush. I never lost a single hairs with fibres. I've never lost a single fibre from this brush in my whole time using it. The only one I've lost hairs from, or the ones I've lost hairs from, is my Ultra Fan and my fan. Wonderful. You can have a look at the knots. All I do is just get a good bit of that. Takes most of the moisture out, so it's perfectly even. There's no soap holding that together anywhere. All the soap's out. It smells great and it looks great in my opinion. I think it looked tremendous. The handle, obviously I can't do any justice on the camera, but it is a beautiful coloured handle as well. Good chunky heft in it as well. The razor, the Razorock Wunderbar torque slant, superb razor. Second use on the Kai blade, which was as smooth can be. Just incredible, really was. There's Peach. Yeah, talking about Michael Bublé, and he comes on the phone. So yeah, Peach, beautiful. Smells like peach snaps. Smells like peach, peach tea as well. Iced tea, really nice stuff. And that's pretty much dried in. That's silky smooth. Oh yeah. I'm just going to finish off with the same stuff I finished with my face shave today. It was really nice. It's actually dried in, beautiful. Got a lovely post shave feel. Cool kick from Nivea. Aftershave balm. Look like that. It looks like loads, but for my head it's not. It's a big bit of real estate to cover. And there is a bit of alcohol in here, so I'm not getting any real sting or anything. I'm getting some feedback from it, but sort of all over. Oh yeah, that's one of the best BBS I've had, really. Sounds daft because BBS is BBS, but sometimes it doesn't feel quite as close. And I got that with the gem. Just finish this off on my face as well. Oh, that was two incredibly good shaves that I really enjoyed. The soap, the brushes, the razors, everything outstanding. And that, guys, is a wrap. Thank you very much for tuning in. Matthew, I don't know whether you go by Matt. Matt's just a bit easy for me to say. If you're watching, mate, that is excellent for head shaves, there's no doubt about it. I think whatever knot you pick from in terms of the Black Wolf range, you'll be happy with any of them. But I will use the fan and the Ultra Fan for my next two head shaves, so you can have a look at how they both perform in terms of an actual head lather. That excelled, in my opinion, today. It really did. I was very impressed with them. And other than that, you guys stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Cheers.